guest has been on the show before. Aubrey Pieterse is a trained martial artist and self-defense teacher who has traveled the world training women on how to be able to defend themselves in the event of an attack. Nice to have you back with us again.
Hey, thank you. It's lovely being back.
I think tell us a little here and look at hijacking. More than about what to do when it actually happens, it is about prevention, as we've been saying. What are some of the key points? Okay.
You know, generally a hijack prevention course would take about 3 hours. But just to sum up the preventive side of things, all hijackings occur where you are stationary.
Yeah.
Okay, your hijackers target your predetermined stops.
Okay.
Where they know you're going to be stopping. If we have a look at the top 5 places where hijackings are occurring at this point in time in our country, in order of importance, number 1, where most hijackings occur are in your driveway.
Yeah.
The second most at traffic lights. Third most at shopping centres. The fourth most at stop signs. And the fifth most at schools.
Wow.
And so if you want to prevent the hijacking, those are the 5 places you need to be very careful of. I quite often have people saying to me, so where are the hijack hotspots? The hijack hotspot...
With the little triangle, the sign that tells you hijack hotspot, yeah.
You know, the hijack hotspot is in your driveway.
Yeah.
You are more likely to get hijacked in your driveway than anywhere else. So, and it's generally either when you're arriving home or leaving. Mostly when you're arriving home, we find most of those hits, the hijacker was following you. And he's not going to be right on your tail. That's why people don't see them. They're really good at following. I mean, so he's going to be a little way away. You might not notice it. So it is important to try and check if you're being followed. Early morning leaving. The problem here is we don't go check to see if it's safe out there.
Yeah.
We get in our cars, we open the gate and just,
out we go.
Yeah. And so it's really easy for them. They're just either sitting outside the yard waiting for the gate to open, or they parked in their vehicle there. Again, as soon as the gate starts opening, as you come out, they pull up behind you, you boxed in, you got a problem.
Yeah.
So the way to avoid that early morning hijacking is you've got to walk up to the gate, check outside, make sure that it's safe.
Have a look and see what's going on in your world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are there cars parked around? Anyone suspicious out here? It's safe for me to leave. You know, it's such basic things, but it's that bit of awareness which is going to
make all the difference.
Absolutely. Right, and then if you're having a look at traffic lights, you know, where we find a lot of hijackings occurred at traffic lights, but you've got the additional problem of smash and grab as well. So traffic light is a serious problem. The best way to avoid being attacked at a red traffic light is not stopping at a red traffic light.
Ooh.
No, I don't mean driving through.
Okay.
But it's very easy if you just get into the habit of looking ahead of you when you're driving. If you see the light is red, just slow right down. So when you get there, it's changed to green.
So with all that information, what we did was we sourced a family and put them through a hijack safety demo. That's after Whichever way you look at it, it helps to be aware when you're out on the roads. Thinking about how you would respond in the event of a dangerous situation could help you think through the adrenaline if it ever happens. We found a family who was keen to learn some hijack safety tips.
So what we're now going to do is, what if you couldn't avoid the hijacking? So you either in your driveway or you've stopped at a traffic light. Hijackers have just come out of nowhere. You're in a situation now where the gun is right here at your head. At this point in time, my advice to you is, it's too late. You can't escape. You've got to surrender. You've got to give him the car. Now, from the trauma counseling that I do, I so often find that a lot of people try and give the hijacker the vehicle and they still get shot. And this is the question I often ask is, why do they get shot? And I've found that by far the majority of the times that someone gets shot, it's something that they did that caused the shooting. It wasn't that the hijacker shot in cold blood. Some of the reasons why people get shot. I mean, you're nervous and you forget that you've got to take your car out of gear before getting out. So your car's in gear. As you get out, the car jerks forward and he thinks you're going to escape and he shoots. Any sudden movement could mean that the gunshot will go off. Quite often I find people are being shot here because you're sitting at the traffic light, let's say, suddenly he bangs on the window, you look up, you look down the barrel of the gun, you do that, and that sudden reflex action, the gunshot goes off. Or as you're trying to get your seatbelt off, you forget to get it off, and as you look back, he thinks you're maybe going for a firearm or something, and this is the problem. So what I would like to suggest is I'm going to take you through a process that will teach you how to get out of the vehicle without getting yourself in a situation where you're threatening the hijacker in any way. Right, so the first thing we do is we want to let him know that we're going to surrender, and the best way to do that, put up your hands. Now we're going to use our left hand for everything. Okay? It's easier to get to wherever you've got to do. So the first thing you're going to do is unlock the door. So that if he wants to open it, it will open very easily. So we unlock the door, you put your thumb in the seatbelt right up here by your shoulder, you run your hand down the seatbelt. This will show him why your hand is going to the side. Undo the seatbelt, then you pull your handbrake up, you take your car out of gear, you open the door, and you get out and away you go. Right, once you're out, very important, don't turn and run because he will shoot at you. You just back away slowly from the vehicle.
Yep.
Right, hands up, unlock the doors, thumb in the seatbelt, take your seatbelts down, off, car, handbrake up, car out of gear, open the doors, get out, keep your hands up, and just back off away from the vehicle. Excellent. How you felt that way? Yeah?
No, I found it very informative, especially being the male as a primary driver in the car. It's good to know how to handle the car and how to keep your family safe.
I was very, very scared, but I'm very glad I did it.
It was scary, but at least now I know what to do in a hijacking.
For a mother, it was important for me to do this, especially having children and wanting to ensure that they know what to do in the case of a hijacking. At least I can feel secure now that should we ever be in a hijacking, that the children will be safe and they will know what to do.